This, ladies and gentlemen, is my Merida Big Trail 500. I'm going to go out on my hardtail today. Now, I did a lot of research as to what hardtail to get, and everyone pointed in the direction of this bike. I'm going to go through what I use it for and where it takes me, I guess. Everyone should have one of these. I'm going to go on a ride now and show you why. The old hardtail mountain bike. The bike that you get off your parents as your first bike, the one you ride to school, the one that's built for adventure wherever you want to ride it. I'm just riding down this long quarry road. There's all these little rocks at the side of the road. They look quite trailsy. There's nothing quite like the freedom of riding a hardtail mountain bike. From weaving through the woodland single track to rolling around on open roads and countryside bridleways, it gives you the confidence to take on almost any type of terrain. Every ride feels like an adventure on one of these, whether you're chasing speed, jumps, tech, or even just going for a leisurely ride, exploring new paths, or just enjoying the outdoors. What makes a hardtail so good for me is its versatility. So, for those who haven't been following my channel since the start, this is my trusty hardtail. Now, the whole point in this video was for me to come out, get some cinematic clips of where I usually ride and what I usually do, and then to sort of explain why I've got one of these and how it helps me out as an average mountain bike rider. This is a Merida Big Trail 500. I got it around a year ago for around £1,000. For me, a perfect all-rounder for both bridleways, XC, and the occasional single track and jumps that I do on this bike here. I live in a village in the middle of the countryside and I don't have any trails around me really. There's bridleways, there's a couple of, that's a train, a couple of woodland trails, so I'm actually heading there now. I'm going to see what they're riding like. I haven't been in a good half a year. So I thought I'd just bring you out with me and explain why I have one of these really and what sort of things I get up to. Let's move on. So now it's getting a better time of year. Sometimes after work I like to get out, and sometimes I can't drive to the trails, spend an hour driving there, ride for a couple of hours and then drive back. If I've only got 2 hours, I love to come out and do something like this. So this is the jump line that local kids have built. This is the sort of thing that I enjoy coming out and doing, and the trusty hardtail is easy to pedal, gets you there quicker. You can use it for a wide variety of things. I mean, I don't know, there's just something about these, coming out, just enjoying mountain biking for what it is. That's what does it for me. Anyway, let's go hit this jump line. So this is the sort of thing we're talking about. This is one of the bigger gaps here. Quite nicely built, but as you can see, quite neglected. A bit of a cranking to start. Over a little double. Bigger double, pump the roller, yo, round the berm, round here, jump this. Now that's step ups. Needs a bit of work, does that. These berms also really need raking out. Absolutely no grip in them. Alright, let's give it another go. Oh, just about. Them pedals in didn't do anything, I was in the wrong gear. Oh well, I've cleared it better, but that was when it was more raked out, so I'll take it. So, as I was saying, you don't really need a lot of money to have fun. This bike has entry to mid-level forks, entry-level tyres, entry-level Tektara brakes, a 1x11 entry-level group set, and the standard Merida bars, stem. I mean, all in all, as far as mountain bikes go, it's a cheap bike. But the things you can do on something like this, a lot of people think the bike holds them back, but it never really is. It's usually always skill. I think if I had something like this and something like this alone, that would be all I need to get well into mountain biking and to start to enjoy it. But today I just wanted to get out, take this for a spin, enjoy the views like when I was riding here. The forest is so tranquil, the single track's lovely, and it's just a nice place to be. And this is the bike to do it on, and it's so easy to maintain. You can't go wrong with something like this. This needs some heavy raking out. Let's get a third person shot whilst I'm here. Just goes to show you that these can do it all. Let's go and ride the other track here on this beautiful spring evening. Seems like the local youth have cleared this track out. It's looking really good. All right, let's see what the hardtails got. Straight into the step up. Yo, that's running really good. Perfect sort of trail for something like this, I think. I honestly think the hardtail's perfect for these sort of tracks. Smooth, bermy, flowy. You don't need any rear suspension. In fact, it helps you do the jumps without the rear suspension. I'm just loving it. Sometimes I come out on this and I think I'm probably having more fun than I would on my full sus. Granted, it's different kinds of riding, but I think everyone needs to get out like this. On some single track, on some bridleways, take everything in. It's just sort of a breath of fresh air from the standard things that mountain bikers usually do with the steep tech, big jumps, all that sort of thing. I'm gonna try and hit this again with a bit more speed and then do the same route back. Let's see if I can get a bit more speed now. This corner shafted me last time, not that one, this one. That's better. Absolutely lovely. What a pleasure to be out, ladies and gents. On the way back now on a beautiful spring evening. It's just lovely to be out. These are the times when I probably take mountain biking the least granted, because everything slows down. You're not focusing on riding downhill as fast as you can. You're not focusing on clearing the jumps. You're not focusing on massive gaps. It's just you, the bike, and the view. That's why everyone should have a hardtail. It's a bike that can do a bit of everything, really. Back to the same spot as when I was on the way to the woods. Just another thing that's crossed my mind. I know some of you might agree, you go on a mountain bike ride, there's some technical trails, you're with your friends, sometimes you're not riding very well, and comes to the end of the ride, all your mates have beaten you, and yeah, I know that you're supposed to appreciate it for what it is, but sometimes you can't help but feel like you felt bad that day, or you're comparing yourself against other people. For me, coming out like this, I always feel really happy at the end of the ride. I feel like I've got out, experienced nature, made use of a bike that I don't usually ride but should probably ride more. Another train. Then I've got no one to compare myself against. I might see people along the way, you might say hi to a horse rider, a dog walker. It's just tranquil. I mean, you can make what you want of it. You can ride mostly woodlands, mostly bridleways. I mean, this route's a bit of a mix of everything really. I've ridden some jumps and some trails in the woods over there. Although only very short, 10-20 second runs, it's something to look forward to, and it's something that you can do on your own and appreciate for what it is. And this is the bike that I've got to thank for that, because this place is around 10 kilometers from where I live, and I can whip here in a flash on something like this rather than my heavy full suspension bike. I know I could use my e-bike, but that's not the point. I think you should always get back to basics for rides like this, and once you do, I think you feel a lot better about the whole mountain biking experience. Let's carry on heading home. I mean, commuting, trail riding, countryside exploring, weekend adventures, you name it, it's the go-to bike for everything. Wherever the route takes you, Hardtail's always there, ready to go, making every ride simple, capable, and taking you back to the basics of mountain biking. It's genuinely fun. And that's all I have to say about that. Catch you in the next one.